Hi guys, my name is Frank. I'm with Sportsland here in Salt Lake City. Today we're going to do a relatively quick, because there's a lot of information on this motorhome, but this is going to be the Thor Challenger. This is the 37 FH. This is really one of those coaches that it may not be a beginner coach, but if it is your first and a beginner coach, this is probably one of the nicest ones to drive. And we're going to go through some of these features for you to really bring it to a head. We start off with the Ford chassis. It's a 24,000 pound chassis. Now, a lot of people think in the trailer world, lighter is better, easier to tow, easier to pull. In the event of a motorhome of this caliber, the heavier the chassis, the much sweeter the ride. And we talk about that as far as it's sitting nice and low. It does have the 22.5-inch tires, which makes a huge difference from the 19s to the 20s, which are just going to be a little squirrelier. This is going to ride so solid on that road, making turns. A lot of people have this misconception of doing that teeter over. The suspension system is a high-end suspension system, which goes into a lot of detail. We'd love to talk to you about that when you come in. But when you're talking about the Thor, they are now coming in with the V8. A lot of people have known motorhomes to be the V10, great big, huge V10 engines. The V8 has a little more torque and power, 350 horsepower, 39 foot long, 39.8 to be exact, foot long. Even though it says the 37, there is the bumper to bumper that adds a few feet there. So with that overall length, easy to get into areas. You're not looking at the big 44 footers. It is a gas engine. They do actually, we just love to take you out for a test drive. The walkthrough shows a lot of the colors and features. We'll go through inside. We're going to do a little walkthrough on the outside as well. Starting off with the electric steps. As soon as you close this up, and if they're locked in, they're going to stay down the whole time. There's a switch inside here that every time you close it, electric steps will come on in. Nice big solid door. It does have a screen door. Close that off, keep this open, keep the bugs out and the breeze in and out, which really nice epoxy handle up front here for a grab handle. Walking around the outside, this is a huge feature that you do see a lot of other motorhomes out there in the industry that will have the awning attached to the actual body of the coach. This is attached to the slide body of the coach. So what I mean by that is you have a slide system that kicks out about 22, 24 inches, that if you have your awning placed up against here, you're losing that much of your awning space, shade, etc. What they do is place it on the outside of the slide, which is simply fantastic for additional space out here. It's a 20-foot awning, and it is electric awning. If we roll this all the way out, we see the LED lights over the awning over the front door, which is a really nice feature. They do have the barrel at the end, when it's opened up, has LED lights. So lights this whole section up. Your seating area, if you have this imagined where you do have a big carpet out here or a big mat placed out here with your table, chairs. The entertainment center speaks for itself. You want to watch a game, you want to watch a race, or just some good old movies. You do have a sound bar, and you have your TV set up out here. It's a 42-inch TV insignia, and closes up nicely, keeps that, locks and latches on the outside. Slam latch doors, by the way. They're not the little turn tabs that we see in some of our competition carry. Slam latch doors and lockable. So with this slide out, you can see the color variations on these. Beautiful full body paint, folks. This is not the cheaper versions that we've seen out in the market. They just come all full body paint, which really extends the life of the exterior of your coach for many, many more years than just decals on fiberglass. We talk about these doors. Now, we've seen competition as well, and I say speak competition because these are things that we want to go through with you when we walk through. These are side hinge open doors, which, as you can see with your slide out, makes it so easy to open up and get into rotocast through storage. Now, we can open up all these as we go along, and you can see how much storage you do have. If we open the other side, this is the pocket through to the other side. So if you've got longer items, your fishing poles, your paddles, a bunch of different stuff that you can put through storage. And just like I said, the side open hinge doors, Simply fantastic. We go into your water system, easy access for your water tank, water system, drain system. Everything's right here at your convenience. Once again, getting into your storage. Now you can see that door's open on the other side through storage, and all these do have heat vents up underneath there. Now you do have your pocketed insulation from your deck flooring down to the underneath here where you can see your insulation package where it's all covered underneath. So you do have vents that actually blow into that storage location. Now, low point drains, hot and cold. When you are done with your trip, you want to pull absolutely dry. You open up these two valves, easy access. You do have your tankless water heater, which on the market, pretty much top of the market water heater right now, on demand, just like that, hot water. Go through this with you. The technicalities of it all is very simple. Looking at the back, beautiful fiberglass cap on the back. A lot of our competition that we've seen, they do have just the fiberglass on the back. This actually enhances the trailer quite a bit. It's just a gorgeous looking, aerodynamics really help out, and you're insulated back here, folks. This is actually helping with your wind velocity as you're driving down the road, pockets and exhaust the wind which helps you with your mileage. They figure about 3 miles, 1.5 to 3 miles per gallon, depending on wind velocity as you're driving down the road. That's huge when it all adds up, and you guys know that in your road trips and gas prices. Fuel makes this pretty convenient. Talk about this. You do have your backup camera. You do have lights next to your backup camera, which is going to help you light up and see your screen up front. So as you're pulling into a fuel station, aside from trying to guess where it is on the side, this is on the back. You can see where your pumps come into play as you're pulling up forward. I've had the pleasure of driving these a few times and had to fuel it up a couple of times. Makes it very, very easy, very convenient. 8,000 pound tow capacity on the hitch. Does have a 7-way plug. If you're looking at putting a rack, then you're talking about 500 pounds on that rack system if you've got a couple of e-bikes, a generator, and some other stuff you want to carry up behind this. But towing capacity, 8,000 pounds, which on the market, V8, they've upped that a little bit, which is great for towing. As you can see, easy access up to the roof with that nice ladder, 350 pound capacity. A lot of people ask why to get up there. It's really simple. You go through some treacherous areas, you get some pinstriping from going through some bushes or trees or anything that you're worried about. Get up on a ladder, do an inspection. Fully walkable roof. Got a 12-year warranty on that roofing material as well. You're talking about just a really good heavy structured roofing, aluminum framing all the way around this. And we talk about that roofing system, which is going to accommodate people up there walking around. You're looking at your storage out here again, but this is going to be where you're looking at as far as your dump site. So your gray and black water, it's all contained, once again, heated rotocast bins. You do have that little cap taken off right there right now. This will close off so you don't get any overspray, but this is where you set your hose down, close this, lock it up. Have this if you're doing an extended stay somewhere. It does have a black tank flush. That's what this little valve is right here. You hook this up to a hose. Anywhere you go dump, you're going to have that fresh water hookup or secondary water. Hook it up here, open your valves. This goes in and over and sprays out your black tank. So really does a good job of flushing everything out and just cleaning out your black tank. Coming next to us again, this is your it's where your power system is. You got your plug set up in here where we're plugged in right now. This is your power reel 50 amp service, and you can see your through storage once again. And as we open up these, once again, easy access, 100 pound tank, 105 pound tank actually, propane tank. You're talking about 27.5 gallons. This is just so convenient to pull up, hook up your propane to it, and once again, using your backup camera, you can kind of set up where you're passing a certain landmark to get up to right in front of the propane fill station. Done that, it's helped me out quite a bit, which is pretty cool. Your water system, as you can see, we do have a filtration system for your drinking water. all your valves and everything set up. I'd like to go through this when you walk through this coach, and we'll talk more about it. I'd like to be hands-on with folks. They can look at things, play with things as we get this thing going. Both exhausts come out at this location right here. When you say both, it's the engine exhaust, and then you have your generator exhaust, which is right there, right above it. So being on the other side, running your generator, you're exhausted out this way. We've seen them where they come out the back, and then it just kind of flows around if you're sitting under the awning and you're breathing that exhaust. Not a fun thing to do. We exhaust it as far away as we can to the opposite side of the actual sitting area. Onan generator, it's a 5,500 watt generator, which will power up your air conditioning units, will power up and charge your battery system. It's got a built-in converter system, so it actually charges your batteries. It's a diesel, or it's a gas Cummins generator. And this is where we can look all the way through in that through storage on all these baggage doors, which is simply fantastic. Just a massive amount of storage. Your battery compartment sitting right here, which is very easy to get to. There's additional storage as well. Everything is pretty much housed, all your electronics, very easy to troubleshoot. Now, when it comes down to any trailer or motorhome, I think that a lot of people really sweat that capability of troubleshooting anything and where's this and where's that. All these wires inside are all color coded. You do have a pretty simple setup. It looks a little complicated at the point, but if you really sit down, look at this and see where everything is, you got your positive, negative, your basic setups. If you need to change a battery out, anything along that line, very accessible, which we just love to show our customers. As well as a backup camera, we do have your side cameras. On each mirror, they are built in. This is what this is right here. You hit your indicator, you're gonna have your screen right up front there, over top of your dash, and you're gonna be able to see everything. You're gonna be able to see down the sides of your coach on both sides as you indicate to switch lanes, make a turn, or anything along that line. Nice big chrome colored mirrors, back mirrors. It just looks beautiful. The front end of this is just gorgeous looking. You got your LED lights, your high beams, your running lights, everything just set up where it's just a classy looking front end system. It really is beautiful. Nice big windshield wipers to clean those off, obviously. So talking about the exterior of this coach, we're gonna go walk in and show you a few things on the inside, run through it real quick. Control system, something this does also have is an auto gen start. So what that is that if you're running your batteries, running your refrigerator, everything in general, and it runs down to a certain point of your battery level, it's automatically gonna start your generator, start charging those batteries back up. Just a smart brain system for this coach. So come on in and let's check it out. So when you first walk in, I mean, just the amount of room. You got 3 slides, 1 big wall slide. Like I said, aluminum construction, all your cable systems, your slide systems that actually run these slides. Very easy, very powerful, overpowered for the actual slides, which we just love to hear. When you come in, we can actually run those for you. Looking into the dinette. Nice big drawers on the bottom for storage. This does drop down to a bed, and you just have your cushions, fillers, just like a regular dinette bed. They all come custom with the fitted with the recliners. This is something that I think it's one of the first things when people walk in, they really appreciate. Doesn't have any bunk beds. This is really not going to be a family style coach. This is pretty much a 2 to 4, sleep 6 people. You can have your kids, you have an overhead bunk, which is really well hidden. If you need it, it's here. But having the recliners across from your entertainment center is just a fantastic idea. That TV will drop to go flush counter, and then you have a window behind you. So this actually will drop down. We'll go through all these when you come walk through this, having the ambiance and the actual functional heat for the fireplace. So this will warm up to 420 square feet. It does have a blower. It's really a magnificent, beautiful looking fireplace. We're just going to turn to the front here real quick. We talked about the bed itself. This is your bunk bed. This will drop down to about right here. Has a ladder system that's tucked away that you put up on top. It can also be used for drop down additional storage. They really do a great job with this. As you can see, all enclosed, your privacy draperies and roller blinds are down. They just do a great job to actually utilize all this space. Yes, these chairs do roll around. Yes, it does have a grommet for a table, and you can utilize these with your sitting area with folks coming in to visit. Cup holders, we do have cup holders in the front. Nice little workstation up here. Driving down the road, pull this out. It does have the USBs, it has 12 volt plugs. Plug your laptop in as you're cruising down the road. Navigation system, has your Sirius radio, your backup camera, everything pretty much set up here for you. Just a beautiful cockpit area up here. Your auto leveling system, and I can't speak enough about these chairs. Just very big, very comfortable for those long rides. So turning to the front here, I do love the fact that they just put wherever they can. They do additional storage. The countertops, the well lit up underneath these countertops, the LED lighting. They do, I think it's a fantastic job. Window for the front kitchen area. We do have the control screen return blinds. You do have a vent for your window. A lot of coaches that we've seen, Challenger does a great job with that. You have a little bit of cooking going on, you want to get some ventilation going on. You open that up, just crank this open. The frameless windows on the exterior, as we could see, are just absolutely beautiful. All this being into a slide system too is just a feat of engineering. We've gone away from the ovens, folks, and a lot of people have been seeing that. Some people love it, other people love it even more, that they put a bigger convection microwave oven. It's a full-size residential convection microwave oven. Had a chicken recently, about 2 weeks ago, cooked in a convection microwave oven, and it tastes like it just came out of an oven itself. They do a fantastic job with the technology for that. This does have the induction stovetop. So, hot, real quick. Cold, real quick. So the system is on this, you do have the induction, or will need to get an induction pan. And that really initiates that heat. If you ever used them before, you know how these work. If you haven't, they're so easy and so convenient. Has two traditional gas stove tops as well. The storage in through here for your pantry, and then additional storage jumping over here for pantry as well. A lot of people just figure that's the kitchen and that's it, but you do have an additional huge amount of storage. Nice maple drawers. I mean, just solid wood. They're not sharing expense by going with cheap wood for the drawers whatsoever. 12 volt refrigerator. So you do have a residential refrigerator with your freezer. I mean, guys, when we say motor home, this is your home on the road. We just want to make this as convenient as possible. These are super light doors. Everything is really just gorgeous looking. I love the finish on these. Going into this coach itself, the 37FH is the bath and a half. What we're talking about here is obviously your half bath. As you look around in here, you do have storage all the way around. You do have your vent fan up top. It is a push flush toilet and very convenient. You do have your roller door, and that just doesn't hinder into the actual hallway, which once again, competition. We've seen some ideas where they'll be switching up after they see this particular coach. We do have your full control system. Going through this takes a little bit of time, and we'd love to put you guys and put your fingers on these to really play with this when you come in to walk through this coach. They do have a lot of features on here. They also do have the control system. We'll pan over real quick, and this is something that we want to walk through with you. These actually come off the wall. They are your walk around control system that you can actually walk outside. They do the awnings, they do the slides, they do all the lighting, and we have a few of these throughout the coach. There's one next to the refrigerator, and they simply just pop back in, and that's your remote systems and control systems on the wall. So in addition to this, and there is an app that you can get for these control systems right here, and we'll go through all that. Now, looking at your Xantrex, so this is actually your inverter. So we do have an inverter built into this coach. I believe it's a 3,000 watt inverter, and that's going to power up a lot of outlets without having to run your generator or be plugged in. Once again, walking into the bedroom, just love these little latch doors. All you do is with a single push, solid steel, not plastic, not cheap whatsoever, and that pulls across, close on. So it's a double slider door. Once again, what's that do, folks? It really just covers that swing space that you don't want. Or if you're driving down the road, and I've seen this through experience of motorhomes, have a door that loosens up and all of a sudden starts slamming, and you start getting noise and you start getting scared, you start getting dents in the wall and a lot of that stuff. So they really think of those sliding doors, really goes a long way. Coming into anytime you have louvered doors, people ask, why are they louvered? Well, this is actually your washer and dryer prep area. So as we open this up, now you don't have to. It's not just dead space. This is utilized space that you have. Drawers on the bottom, once again, nice maple finish on the drawers. And this has a false back that you take the shelves out if you want to implement or have us install, which we can do here at Sportsland, a washer and dryer. They have all the hookups, drainage, water lines, everything back there, power as well. So that false back comes out, we install those for you. If you're not going to put a washer and dryer in here, that's fantastic. You just leave it as a shelf unit. But the louvered doors are for ventilation. So coming into your bedroom, this is, once again, just massive storage. We can open up all the drawers for you, but there's just a ton of drawers. We do have the ladder for the bunk, and that's where that rests right here. The table and the actual stock for the table that sits up between the two seats up front, the driver's seat and passenger. As you flip those around, that becomes your table for entertaining and just for sitting and relaxing in those beautiful chairs. Well lit up inside here. TV comes with. We do have storage up behind the TV. You do have your secret spot. You can mount a safe in here if you'd want. A lot of people don't know that this lifts up. It's kind of a hidden location. They know now, I get it, but pretty cool little setup. Once again, just gonna pop this off, another remote back here. You can sit in bed and actually use this remote, power up the lighting, do everything else throughout the coach. That just snaps back in. You do have a location here, your window, USB charging station, and once again, just two massive drawers. Can't say enough about the storage. Simply fantastic. Tilt-a-bed. A lot of people love it. King size bed. They don't skimp on the mattress. Really nice mattress. This will actually slide back out and come out to your full setup, and you still have plenty of room here to sit at the edge of your bed and put your socks on and such. But your tilt-a-bed reading, you got your reading lights, your light switches up top there, USB ports on both sides, power for CPAP machine or anything else that you might need to sleep aid. Once again, the air conditioning, 50 amp service, 2 ACs vented throughout the whole. They are the stock square venting. They're not the round vents that when you put the roof on, they just collapse and squish and flatten. They are the bigger vents, and they are vented throughout the whole coach in the ceiling. Absolutely fantastic. We'd like to turn that on for you, check that out for you, and it's super quiet. Vents through the floors, so you're talking about your heating through the floors, air conditioning through the actual roofing. As this pockets the air underneath the flooring, it kind of spreads that out. It does warm up the whole system. So it's not an in-floor heating system, but it is radiated heating throughout the floor with the vents. As the vents go down, they are ribbed and cut where it's blowing that warm air all the way through the coach, which also vents into all the rotocast bins that we've showed you. Coming into the bathroom, this is the master bath. We do have a nice window in here. Once again, those screens, a nice window, ventilated, emergency hatch back here. So this is the quick pop, push open. If you do have anything ever happening emergency, this is the emergency exit. It does have the skylight in here, nice big rotocast shower, which is simply fantastic. Just your towel hooks. This is really a nice glass double door with a lock system. So as you're driving down the road, once again, no substitution for experiences driving these down the road, but you want everything latched and locked so you're not having moving parts and slamming doors. Once again, another control in here in the bathroom. Snap that back in. But all your storage throughout is just simply fantastic. I mean, it's just something that, the drawers underneath, your cabinets, it's what you want. It's what you have at home. You bring a lot of stuff with you. Guys, we just have a one last view to look down and just to see the flooring, the colors throughout this coach, just bright, a lot of lighting. It's really something that I would love to have you come see. So my name is Frank. Hope you enjoyed this video. We look forward to seeing you here in a lot.